Imagine a man so wealthy he could buy kings, fund wars, and rewrite the laws of God himself. A man whose signature decided who ruled Europe, not through bloodlines, but through bank loans. He financed emperors, owned the Pope's loyalty, and reshaped the very idea of money. His name, almost no one remembers. But in the 1500s, he quietly ran the world from the shadows. This isn't myth or legend. This is the true story of Jakob Fugger, the banker who became more powerful than kings and then vanished from history books. And if stories like this, tales of forgotten empires, secret power, and the people who shaped history from behind closed doors, fascinate you, hit that subscribe button. Because what you're about to hear was almost erased from history itself. The year is 1459. The place, Augsburg, Germany, a thriving city inside the mighty Holy Roman Empire. In a modest merchant's home, a boy named Jakob Fugger is born. He isn't born into nobility or privilege, just a family trading cloth and spices. But Jakob trades something else entirely: ambition. At just 14, his family sends him to Venice, the financial capital of Europe, to learn banking. But in Venice, Jakob doesn't just study numbers. He studies power. He watches how money moves kingdoms, how gold can command armies. And he realizes something most men never do. Money isn't just wealth, it's control. By his 30s, Fugger returns home, not as a mere banker, but as a strategist. While Europe fractures under wars, religion, and rival dynasties, he sees opportunity in chaos. He begins lending money to merchants, then nobles, then kings. And soon, Europe's crowns are balanced on Fugger's credit. He funds the Habsburgs, bankrolls the Emperor of the Holy Roman Empire, and finances mining empires stretching from Tyrol to Hungary. Silver, copper, spices, they all pass through Fugger's hands. Even the Vatican's coffers run on Fugger's loans. Yes, the Pope himself owed him money. He's no longer a banker. He's the shadow sovereign of Europe. In 1519, Europe faces one of its most pivotal moments. The title of Holy Roman Emperor is up for grabs. Two men want it: King Francis III of France and Archduke Charles of Austria, soon to be Charles V. Whoever wins will rule half the known world. But Charles has a problem. He's broke. So where does he turn? To Jakob Fugger. With one loan, a staggering fortune, Fugger bankrolls Charles's campaign, bribing electors and tipping the scales. When the votes are counted, Charles wins. Jakob Fugger didn't just influence history, he chose it. A single banker decided who would rule Europe, like a CEO appointing a president. And the world let him. At the height of his power, Fugger controls more wealth than any monarch alive. He owns the silver mines of Tyrol, the copper mines of Hungary, and monopolies over the European spice routes. His networks stretch from the Vatican to Venice, from Lisbon to the New World. But there's one problem. In the eyes of the church, lending money at interest is a sin. Usury, they called it, forbidden by God. Fugger doesn't ask for forgiveness, he asks for permission. He personally lobbies the Pope, arguing that interest is not exploitation, it's the cost of risk. And he wins. The Pope revises Catholic doctrine itself, legalizing interest for the first time. Let that sink in. A banker convinced the church to rewrite God's law for him. Jakob Fugger didn't just build a fortune, he rewired the moral code of Western finance. But power always comes with a price. Rebellions erupt, debts pile up. The mines that fed his empire grow harder to reach. By the time Fugger dies in 1525, the cracks are showing. His successors inherit his empire, but not his vision, not his ruthlessness. Within a generation, the Fugger dynasty fades into obscurity. Jakob Fugger, the man who controlled emperors and popes, becomes a footnote, not because he didn't matter, but because he mattered too much. History likes its heroes simple: warriors, kings, conquerors, not bankers who bought empires with ink and gold. Today, when we talk about billionaires, Wall Street, or shadow governments, we're really talking about the world Jakob Fugger built. He was the original architect of global finance, the man who proved that wealth isn't just money, it's permission. Permission to rule, to write the law, to shape history itself. And the most powerful influence is the one that leaves no fingerprints. So the next time you hear about inflation, interest rates, or global elites, remember, Jakob Fugger did it first. And he did it better.